Hello. Hi, everybody. Oh, how do I? There we go. Hi. Get my water. How's everybody doing? Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, we got 100 people already. That's so cool. Okay. So, where do I begin? Oh my gosh, hi. I want to say hi everybody, I'm Renee. I'm going to be doing a little workshop thingy today. I'm going to like share with you little things that I do that help me riff and run and trill and whatever you want to call it. So yes, today I am going to be teaching kind of two riffs, but it's kind of almost one because I'm teaching the first one so that we can get the second one easier. I also want to say that I'm not a teacher, so you could take things from this and be like, oh, that really helped me, but also other things you might be like, you're talking trash, and that's fine because riffing is so individual to everybody. Like, I've got friends that can riff crazy riffs that I could never do and vice versa, and it's just an individual thing. So yeah, I just wanted to say that before you kind of do this and you're like, wait, I can't do it, because it's fine, because first of all, you can learn, and second of all, it's such an individual thing, and yeah, just practice. Great, so we're gonna crack on. The first one is a riff that I think a lot of people will know. It's one that is pretty famous, and I know that Natalie Weiss like taught it in one of her videos and stuff. She does it in a different way that I'm going to do it, which is also cool, whatever's like helpful for you. Yeah, so it is, you might know it as the Beyonce Halo riff, or there's also, my friend Jed sent me a video of Brandy when she was in Chicago, fantastic. And she does the same riff kind of differently, so I'll play that one later, but we're focusing on the Beyonce Halo riff now. So I'm just going to play it so everybody can hear it. My iPad's like 7 years away, sorry guys. Okay. Here you go. Guys, she's so good! One more time. What a classic. That's like the riff. So I just want to say before we start as well that if you are a singer, if you're not, whatever, so we're going to like play around today. But if you are a singer and you do vocal warm-ups, there is no reason why you can't do this riff. It's just about practice, speeding it up, which is literally what I do and how I riff. So if you can start on a scale and you warm your voice up, that's literally the riff. It's down the scale and it's, everybody has those notes in them and you can do it. So yeah, I'm gonna speak about how other people learn to riff. So a lot of people do it with numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That for me doesn't really help. A lot of people absolutely love that. I'm not very good with that. I tend to like split it into sections. So that's what I'm gonna do today, if that's okay. And yeah, let's get cracking. So, the first section of this riff, let's just play it one more time. Come on, B. Okay. So I'd split this one, I think, into two sections. The first section, nine, nine, I. The second section. So, when we speak in life also, I think this is a massive thing that I need to say about riffing. Vowel, like manipulation is literally how you get the words out. The notes out. So if you were to speak and say the word night, you wouldn't say like night, because that's not how you talk unless you're a robot. So in this section, I would tend to do the first section as the first half of the word night. So I would say na in the first section. The second one, I, heyo, night. So all together it makes the word. I find that if you split it up and you think of it as if you're having a conversation, then it's easier to access and separate the notes, if you know what I mean. So, na, na, first section, na. Let's keep doing it. Na, na, na. Second section, na. So that's literally it all together. And if you know the notes, then you just have to keep practicing it over and over. So that's what we're going to keep doing for like a minute or so. Ready? Night, 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 night. So you just keep doing that. Once they're in your body, you can feel them in your bones. Then you literally just have to keep speeding it up. Guys, I was an only child, so I could do this, but I didn't know how to riff. It wasn't something that came naturally to me. So I literally had to just sit in the mirror and force myself to learn. And that's how I did it. And I would just keep thinking of the sections and speeding it up. And yeah, it's not something that obviously that I'm going to be able to teach you on this live. It's something you have to keep practicing. So yeah, I just want to say that as well. Don't be hard on yourself, but let's do it and keep speeding up. Let's go. Night, night, night. A bit faster. Night, 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 night. Until you feel like you're gonna throw up. That's what it should feel like. No, I'm just kidding. But it should feel so fast, but you also, because you have the notes, you should be able to control it. So yeah, let's practice it with the song. Ready? Running through my darkest night. There we go. Also, I want to mention that it's a lot easier for me personally if you, like, just going in on a riff without singing the bit before can be really hard. So it's nice to kind of sing the bit before because there's kind of a cheat. There's kind of a cheat, guys, that you can do, which is you can take the last word, like the note, whatever it was, and kind of bring it into the start of the riff. So for instance, my darkest, you're already there, rather than going, my darkest night. You know, it's so much easier if you already have the note to begin with. So yeah, that's a little cheat that you will hear people doing a lot. I definitely do it all the time. So yeah, people, oh my gosh, that's so great that your voice did that. Amazing, well done. Let's do it a couple more times. Ready? Burning through my darkest night. Yes! Well done, everybody. Okay. So, how's everyone doing? You did it! Oh my gosh, well done. This is so cool. I love that people can do this and that I actually am teaching. Guys, I've never taught before. Okay, well done, guys. So, I've got the riffs written down here. That's why I keep looking here, because otherwise I'm so forgetful that I would actually just forget what they are. Anyway, so now that you have the notes, we're gonna go on to the second riff because I taught you this one for the second one, if you know what I'm saying. Also, I'm gonna play the brandy one because, like I said, guys, at the start, if you can go up and down the scale, then you can do this riff. And it's such a common riff, and you know what? It's impressive, but guys, like, it comes up all the time. And people are always like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, it's so new. It's never new. It's never ever new. So let me play you what the legend Brandy did when she was in Chicago. I think it was on Broadway, probably on Broadway. Oh, so. It's exactly the same riff, guys. It's exactly the same. The only difference is the amount of time we spend on each note. That's the only difference. So, let's listen to it one more time, just because I want to. Oh, maybe not. Come on, girl. There we go. She does this a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5 notes down, always. X-Y's riff. riff, just different timing. So you can do that one as well. Well done, everybody. Woo, okay, so the next one is the main one that a lot of my friends are like obsessed with, and I keep seeing it all over Twitter and stuff. Beyonce's new song with Stallion, Savage. This riff, like, I think the crazy thing about this riff is that it kind of just comes out of nowhere, and that's kind of like, that's why it's so cool. So yeah, I'll play it so you guys can hear. One more time. Okay, so I can see people literally being like, no, I can't. But honestly, if you've got the Halo riff, there's no reason why you can't do this one. It's literally almost the same. Almost the same. The only difference is there's an extra note or two. I think it's actually just one. So yeah, I'm gonna do this one. I think with this one, I would do, let me just listen to it one more time, my friends. Yeah, I'd actually do the same sections as the one we did with Beyonce, the Beyonce riff. So, nasty, and then just the sti, because the only difference between these two riffs is the last note, sti. That's literally it. So if you can say sti, and you can do the Halo riff, Bob's your uncle. I actually have an uncle that was called Bob. Anyway, nasty, nasty. So we'll just keep doing that and we'll speed it up. Also, I think this one is definitely one that if you sing the bit before, it will help, because it starts high and you end up quite low. Sassy, I actually don't know the words. I think it's sassy, moody, and you're already there, nasty, nasty, nasty. And we keep speeding it up, and then eventually you've got it. That's literally as simple as it is. And if you can do the Halo one, then you can do this one. It's literally, that's it, guys. I think with the vowels on this one as well, she's saying nasty, nasty, I think I'd end up in a sort of place, nasty. If that helps, I don't know, it might not help. Nasty, yeah. So let's do the sections. Nasty, 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 nasty. You got it? Nasty. Speed it up. Nasty, nasty. And you just keep doing that in your mirror like little Renée did, and you'll be able to do it, I promise. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, I also want to mention, like, everybody's always like, don't use your jaw when you riff, da-da-da, da-da-da. And I'm kind of like, Ariana's made a career out of it, guys. So why not? I don't do it personally. I've got pals that do it, and they are amazing. Like, one of my really close friends, Deborah, is an amazing singer-songwriter, and she uses her jaw for days, but it sounds phenomenal. So I'm like, girl, you do what you gotta do, you know? Yeah, but with this one, however, the nasty riff, I would say that it's kind of almost impossible to use your jaw because it's so fast. Yeah, and my biggest problem, guys, is that I struggle to riff slow. So like I was saying, like before, I have friends that can riff in different ways to me that I can't do. Like, for instance, oh my gosh, Eloise, if anyone saw Be More Chill, she did this amazing riff on the word Pinkberry, which is so ridiculous, but it was beautiful. And I would be backstage every night, I just couldn't do it because it was so slow and beautiful. So yeah, like if you can't do this, then that's cool. It might just not be your type of riff, which is fine. We've all got our own things. So yeah, I hope that helped people. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if anybody's asking anything. I'm so happy everybody's doing it. This is so cool. How do you get each note defined? That's exactly why you need to practice slow first, do the sections. If you don't have the notes defined, then just slow it down. Slow it down. That's literally all I can say. Slow it down, envision the sections, the however many sections in your head, as if you're kind of like aiming to go somewhere, if you know what I mean. Nasty, you know? That's what I'd say. And I think also the trick of getting to the note before you start the riff. Nah, you're already there. That's something I did all the time with X-Wives when we recorded it. X, ooh, you're already there, wives. And you know, like, kind of where to go. Because if you start it and you're off, that can be kind of hard, I guess. Yeah. Does anybody have any more questions? We can try it with her as well. I think this girl's like an opera singer or something, because at the end of this video, she does some mad like aria. And I remember watching it being like, that's not fair. Let's play it. She definitely does that actually. Can you hear that she's gone, sassy, moody, nah. She's cheating. She's not cheating, but no one would know. Yeah, also just to mention as well, there's another way of doing it if you want your notes more defined that might take a bit longer, but we've got the time now, so. Whereby if you add a note on every time. So if you started with, nah, and you keep adding, nah, one more, nah, 5, nah, 6, nah, 7, nah, and then 8, nasty. That might help as well, but you have to keep doing each one, obviously more than just once. So you go, nah, 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 and keep practicing it. And then when you're confident with doing that one at a good speed, then you go on to, nah, you know, and you build it up. It's just about, guys, it's just about practice, honestly. It really is. My friend Evie, who is here, I think, she was not a riffer, so, and neither was I, but we just had a lot of time to teach ourselves. So yeah. Oh guys, I'm so happy people are getting it. Thank you for joining. This is cool. Right. Let me see if anybody's asked any questions. I'm so happy people are getting this, guys. I've never taught this before. Hello, Zooks. I've never like thought to do this before, but it's really cool. Oh my gosh, that's my outside, everybody. Okay. I'm gonna save this live, absolutely, gang, so that you can keep practicing it. And yeah. Because like I said, it is absolutely something that you just have to keep doing. I would love to do workshops. Me and Mills were going to do one, and we were going to keep like maybe doing them forever and ever, amen. But obviously everything that's happened. So yeah. So yes. One day I'd love to do a workshop like this in person, because then I can see what people are doing. And guys, it's surprise sensation, Evie Rose Lane.
Surprise.
The queen, guys, the queen of the riff.
That's definitely not true. I'm a novice compared to Miss Renée.
Oh please! Oh, imagine. So Evie,
hi.
Do you have any tips or tricks that you do? Because obviously I love you and we always sing together, but we riff different, don't we?
Yeah, but it's because I've never really listened to you talk about it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause we just do it together. But a lot of what you said is very alike to what I do. Again, I did just sit in front of my mirror for like 3 years and just learn. It's honestly just practice. And I feel like a lot of people, I hear this a lot with kind of people online being like, oh, you know, but some people might be intimidated when they see people doing riffing. I'm like, yeah, but I was. And then it inspired me to learn. And you can't
100%.
just like, I think it's
You're
very
so right.
rare. I think it's
and also rare. Like listen to the greats, like listen to people that you love, like Avery Wilson, Yeba, yes. Brandy. You need to just listen to them. Like
honestly, it's the only way. I just sat and listened to Shoshana Bean is amazing.
Oh.
Because she has such interesting choices. And again, Mariah, I'm obsessed with Mariah because
Of course.
she makes such interesting decisions that aren't necessarily traditional. And I think that's also really fun to, I think once you have the basics, as you said, it's kind of, the Halo riff is really, because I always say there's like kind of like 3 or 4 like staples that you can then transfer to different things. So when you have like Halo, it's funny because I do it slightly differently to you. When I learned it, I do the 4 night. So I do 4 and then 3.
Oh, cool.
So so I like do one note different, which is really fun interesting to me. But yeah, because you have like night, it's one riff that you can always change everywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? And then you can change it to loads of different places. So you get like the tiny ones, and then you can link them, and then you can move them around. And then once you have those down, then you can they're kind of really flexible, and you can transition them around.
Yeah,
so I always
if
do
you
that.
change one note in any of them, like it's a brand new riff.
Yeah, you change it to major, minor.
Major, minor.
Major, minor. I always do that. I always like, and I always say, as you said earlier, it's kind of cheating. Like once you have your staples down, you can just trick people. Again, also stuff like hits, like if you change those around.
That is just. Do you know who's queen of the hit? Natalie Paris.
Oh my god,
she
incredible.
Is queen of it.
She's just. It's so helpful because it makes it sound. It just, if you add like a little hit in somewhere, a little bit of a vocal cry, a little bit of like a kind of like, always makes it sound a bit more emotive. Jojo is amazing to listen to. Jojo is, oh my gosh. She is so helpful to listen to because she makes such cool choices. But they're so clean. Oh my god, like literally, again, she was someone I listened to when I was younger and practicing.
She's amazing.
It's really boring, but it's just like the only way, and it's.
I know. Also, but hey, we have time now. People have time.
God, this is no time like a pandemic to become a riff queen, like, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? This is the time is now.
Like a pandemic.
The time is
now.
Honestly, even I've been like, I've had really, but my voice has been really struggling, but I still kind of sit. I think Azuka is here in this chat, and it's funny because I've been doing I can't really sing it probably because my voice has been quite bad, but I've been doing a version of I Don't Need Your Love, like a jazz version.
When you told me this,
oh my god, because it's not done. But
also, can you do No Way? What?
I know, I didn't want to. It's untouchable. It's untouchable, bass.
No.
I only did it because
I'm so excited to hear that.
I love the piano for it because I feel like it's always very kind of like the muted kind of thing. But I've just changed it and made it disgusting, as I do with everything. But I've added a riff on there. You have like the word I have to do, like that little bit. I've made something insane. Yeah, oh my god, I
get Zook's doing that riff live.
It's just, what have I done to it? I probably can't do it now because my voice is kind of sore. But I did like, it's what I have to do. I think it's what I've done with it. But it's really high. It was higher than that, which is fun.
I'm so excited for you to be able to sing again.
Don't be started. Being quite bored of it. But honestly, I think what Renee is saying is completely accurate. And the going in from a note, I would say it's like falling down the stairs. So
oh my gosh, that's so true.
So I kind of like start and go down, and you can kind of like go down from there. And again, the build is really good if you do your kind of nah. Once you've kind of got that with the cry, like practice doing those.
See, I don't cry enough.
Listening to the Americans, because I rarely sing in a British accent, and the reason why lots of pop singers don't is because when you have the vocal cry, it's a lot easier to do the American. It closes your vowels a little bit, makes it really easy. It puts you on your nose more. The more you're in kind of like the mask of your face. It's a lot easier to do the placement of that. So I always say sing an American accent if you can. It's like, it's really helpful.
Yeah, I know, and it sucks because most of the jobs I've done I've had to be British, and it's not that we don't like singing in our accent at all. It's just that
no. It's helpful.
Our vowels are also backwards, aren't they? Rather than
it's very backwards and open. Yeah, I say if anyone's ever struggling with pitch as well, I always say to think of the vowel being like one step more closed than you would normally do it. Like, so if you're thinking, if you're singing, like, I'm trying to think of what you would do. I remember because I teach singing, and someone was doing Beautiful City from Godspell, which is, oh my god, bless the Lord my soul, have a listen to that. And Lindsay Mendez.
Oh my gosh.
She's incredible, and her alphabet is amazing too. But when we're doing Beautiful City, thinking of the vowels, it's quite a good example, because like, out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, we're kind of like, out of the ruins and rebel. If you're thinking about closing it a little bit, and when you sing it, doesn't sound like that. Out of the ruins and a rebel. No. It doesn't sound like that, but it's really helpful to get everything really bright and kind of clean.
Definitely. And vowel manipulation, guys.
If you listen to particularly Mariah, when she does her like incredible Lead the Way riff, was like, she changes her vowel
all the time.
Yeah, changes it the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so clever. The chromatic, you'd never see it.
Honestly, like if that riff didn't have changes of vowels, I would be a bit less impressed.
Yeah, it's like she does it, and it's so, oh my god, it's so genius. And the little chromatic hit at the end there. Oh my god, obsessed.
Beautiful. Love a chromatic. Again, guys, if you can learn a chromatic riff, it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, but again, it's like that will come when you have the more like the basic skills, you know what I mean? When you've got the major, the ones down, then you can be like, ooh, what we're gonna do here? And because I don't have Renee's. Renee is so dynamic and can like just go like really fast. And I don't necessarily.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier, because I struggle to go slow, which is like I was saying, we all have our own things. I'm just like, get it out, you know?
Yeah. But it's so fun to, it's like so exciting to listen to. And also you're a tenor, so you can like sing really low.
A tenor?
You're like, you know what?
I was going to say this as well. If, because everyone's obviously, I can't see everybody asking me to do the ex-wives riff. I will teach that. But I think, and I was saying this to you when I did it, I think the thing that's impressive about that is that it's low. I think if it was higher, people wouldn't be as like, oh, but it's so low that people are like, what? That's come out of nowhere.
I couldn't do it because I mean, I've like started doing whistle toning and stuff, which has been an experience. Again, it's like teaching yourself, but it's, although whistle tone's weird, you only have a certain section of your voice that can do it. But again, like learning to riff up there is really interesting because it's like a different part of your voice. Whereas like when you can riff lower, I struggle with that because I don't have the strongest hearing.
You're so like here and I'm like here.
Yeah, and now I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going as far as I can go. So I just want to make it like, I just want to have as many options as possible. I just want to be Mariah Carey basically. So I'm trying.
You can.
You can
do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's a fun time. But I think just practicing, and singing and imitating people is not an offense. I think people are really in all areas always like, oh, be original, do it, you're on your own, do this. And like, there's nothing wrong with being inspired by people who you think are good. Like, 100%. There's nothing wrong. Everything is, but like, I can't remember who said this quote, but it's like about writers, but it applies here. It's like, you know, bad writers borrow and good writers steal. Like,
it's true. It's literally like, look at Six. It's based on all of the pop stars.
Yeah, it's like, it's an homage, and I think you should respect the people who came before you and 100%. learn from what I think it's like so important. It's impossible to, it's quite hard to just create a whole new style, whole new thing. We have to take what we love. Like, I love Stevie Wonder. If you want to listen to a riff crazy thing, guys, listen to his Ribbon in the Sky. I think it's one of his live versions. And you're literally just like, it's so every note. It's so crazy. If you want to prove that riffing isn't emotionless and has feeling, then listen to Stevie Wonder. It's like, it's just, I love that argument. They're like, riffing just like has no personality and doesn't tell any story. I'm like, are you okay?
I know. But that's something that we will be fighting forever.
I'll be fighting that fight forever. I'm on the front line.
Forever, my friend.
I literally, you've got to just, I think it's incredibly emotive and means something to you because it's personal and you learn how to do it, and it's also fun. It's so fun.
Also, like when you teach yourself a new riff and you couldn't do it and then you can do it.
It's so fun. I remember the Halo riff. I was sitting I was in the shower a lot, like trying to learn it because the acoustics are so nice. And I remember just doing it over and over. And when I finally could do it, I was like, "It's the best day of my life!" It was the best day of my life.
Yeah, because it comes up all the time.
Oh my god, that riff is everywhere, and also the halves of it, like they kind of like that 5-note. That will always be everywhere. Like it's anything.
Brandy.
Yeah.
Always 5 notes.
Yeah.
5 notes all the time.
always 5 notes. I do that all the time. And also piecing different little bits of riff that you've learned together to make something. There's a riff that I can't find it anywhere. I was going to play it on this thing, but it's this riff that I found, and it's unbelievable. It's insane, but it's like just tiny pieces of like different riffs. And Jill, even that Mariah riff, right? 5, 4, again, the little riffy things, right? She's just piecing together the tiny little bits into one. And you do a lot of this like me.
She's a cheater.
Yeah, it's cheating. It's literally cheating. You just find the sections that you can do. Even if you can't do, like, Renee can do like 7 million notes, she's like, unbelievable. But like, even if you're like me and you're like, oh, I'm not really able to do that today, just find, like, do the little ones and piece them together. Do little jumps. Do you know what I mean? I did one of this video I did recently of Defying Gravity or whatever, just like doing some jazz version of it. And I did a riff in it, and it was not that hard. It was just piecing together two, but it sounded fun because it was like not necessarily expected.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just the falling down the stairs twice. I did it again in the middle. Take a little break. Go back down again.
Take a break. Yeah. Take it back. Woo.
Take a sec. Halfway through the race.
Yeah.
And then I keep going. I'm like, no, I need a second. I need a moment. But yeah, I think Renee is pretty much giving you all the advice that I would give. It's the same thing, just practicing, and
I don't know if it can be taught as well. Like, I can give tips, you can give tips and advice, but ultimately, like, just do what you got to do.
It's just, that's the whole situation. And trying to avoid, it's really important to stay on as pitch as possible, like on pitch, and stay really
100%.
And a good way to do that, I say, is the vowel manipulation, making everything closed, Americanized, and lots of crying. I mean, I'm good at that, so.
I'm so good at crying.
This whole isolation period, I'm thriving with the crying. It's so perfect. So I'd say that's really just listening to all those amazing people, and no problem in copying. Don't make people think that, absolutely. Again, just never. There's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from people you think are amazing. Same with acting. There's nothing wrong with watching someone being like, "What was that they just did? I think that's so amazing."
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
No, definitely not.
No, don't feel embarrassed by that. You've got like Renee to look up to. Do you know what I mean? Listen to Renee. Listen. It's like saying that, listening to Renee saying that. Oh my god, I'm inspired.
I know, guys. I'm just like, I sat in the mirror, and that's what you gotta do.
I sat in the mirror, and I looked at myself, and I was like, "You're a star. You can do this." It's before I could belt, so I don't belt. I lie. I mix.
Oh, that's a whole different live. That is.
That's a whole different live. It's a documentary. But I just was like, I have to riff because I have nothing else. So, how do you Americanize? Someone's asked. Just think about closing the vowels. That's all I can say. If you listen to, like, I don't know, with 6, it's very interesting because you're all very clever at managing to manipulate lots of your vowels to be more Americanized, even though you're trying to be British, which is really quite a really important skill. But thinking about, I'm trying to think like if you're doing like I Don't Need Your Love, which is what I've been trying to do without being able to sing. You've like I don't need your love, no. Rather than going, I don't need your love, right? I don't need your love, right? Rather than just closing your mouth like that a little bit to shrink the sound, and that makes it more specific. It's all about that. American vocals are a lot more emotive because they cry.
Also, guys, it's so much easier for Americans because they just sing in their accent. We have to do double the work.
We have to do double the work, big time. I'd say it's like a very important skill to learn to do an American accent if you want to do any. That's like priority number 1. Learn your American accent straight. Me and Renee always talk about this. Learn is like as soon as you can. Learn your American accents, or you people who want to do stagey things.
Yeah,
it's definitely so nice to just be able to do it. It's so nice. So, oh my god, hi Samantha. My friend just joined. But yeah, that's my hot tea.
Thank you, Evie Rose Lane.
Oh my god, you're welcome. Listen to Renee. She's the expert. And
listen to the greats, like we said. Yeah.
Listen to the greats and copy them. Just copy them. Honestly,
just copy them.
All I can say.
Yeah.
Just copy the good people and you'll get there. That's it.
Yeah.
British Musical Theatre, someone said, if if you have an American accent but want to work in British musical theatre, learn British accent, but also it's not going to happen nearly as much as if you're a British person.
Guys, everything is just practice. Everything in life.
Just
like,
do
you
the
might
work.
be blessed with a gift, but if you don't practice, then what's the point?
There's literally, that's all you can do. You just have to practice it. If you say like, oh, I can't do this, I'm bad at this, I promise you're not. I promise it might come harder to you than some people, and you'll probably be better at some things than other people will naturally, but you can do it. You just have to. I don't believe in the kind of like when people are like, this person can't sing or that I can't sing. No, but like you can. It's just,
yeah, I agree.
I teach people who, like, the transformation is so incredible because you can do things. You can do anything you put your mind to. It sounds cheesy, but you can, I promise.
We
just
love
work.
Cheese.
Oh my God. I love a bit of cheese, baby.
Love
I love
cheese.
it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. Love
fantastic.
you.
Love you. Miss you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Listen to Renee. She's genius.
Bye, love you, bye. He's so silly. Oh, guys! Unless you're lactose intolerant, vegan cheese, my friend. Vegan cheese is a girl's best friend. Yes. Let me see if anybody's asked any more questions that I missed. No, okay, cool. Guys, I'm so grateful that whoever's like still here, thank you so much. I had fun. Yeah, just keep practicing, gang, and feel free to like ask me some questions on my channel or on this. I'll be on this on London Theatre Direct all day. So yeah, keep rewatching the live from earlier. I know it was only short when we actually did the riff stuff, but you can keep watching it and keep learning, and yeah, you'll get it eventually. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye.